Hey, welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast. This is episode 273, I think. I don't know. I just came back from a wedding, and it was great. And it was Will's wedding. Will, as in one of the originators of this podcast. He's illiterate, but he found love, and we should all be thankful. Someone that might not be thankful is my guest today. I was feeling a little alone, not having a wedding date again. And I tracked down, upon my return today, I tracked down this, her name is Stoya Clonix. She's a crusty old hooker from Vegas, and I'll let you tell her, or let her tell you her story. Stoya, are you there?
I'm here, Mr. Andy. Yes, I'm here.
Oh, that's great. Welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You sound like shit.
Well, after you chain smoke in Vegas for 42 years, you're gonna sound like shit.
Do you have a stoma?
No, I do not.
Are you heading that direction?
Probably.
Are you gonna come on? Did you come on my show to crowdsource your stoma surgery?
No, I came here to crowdsource. Crowdsource? What the fuck is crowdsource?
It's raising money without doing anything. It's like being a hooker. But you have without the grind. You don't grind your body and your soul into bits. You just ask for your friends for money.
Well, for the first 10 years of my working career, after I turned 18, yes, I was a hooker. However, an unfortunate event happened, and then I had to look elsewhere for income.
What happened?
You've heard of the Las Vegas Strip. Everyone's heard of the Strip.
Yeah.
So I was walking down the Strip, toting my wares, right? I had my sexy mini skirt on, my stiletto high heels, beautiful fishnet stockings. I mean, I was dressed to the nines. A crop top. My hair is down the middle of my bag. I mean, I was actually not that bad looking for a hooker, And
they usually are okay looking.
well, yeah, I'm doing my best,
Especially when they're 19 or whatever.
Yeah, make a gentleman's fantasy come true.
Yeah, they're gentlemen, all right.
Well, I told myself that so I could sleep at night.
Right.
Or actually, I could sleep in the morning once I was done working. However, there was an unfortunate incident in one of the gambling facilities that we like to call the casinos.
Yes.
Down there in Vegas. Some idiot decided they wanted to start counting cards, and they got caught.
Ooh.
And they were fighting the bouncers as they were being kicked out of the casino, and they took it into the street, but on their way across the door and the sidewalk, I got caught up in the group of 3 bouncers, 1 card counter, and then there was me.
Yeah, there was Stoya.
And unfortunately, I was on my stilettos, so I didn't have the best balance on earth. I mean, I could walk just fine to tote my wares.
Toting them.
Yep.
Yep.
My hot ass down that strip, and they grabbed me, and I went with the 3 of them, and then they shoved the card counter into the street. Excuse me. And they shoved me with him, but he was full of adrenaline. He popped up right away, came back after the bouncers. Nobody paid me any mind. I was on my ass in the middle of the street, and I got hit.
You got hit how?
I got hit with a potato truck. I'm sorry to say that, well, you know how it is down on the strip. You go there and you have a beautiful steak dinner with the mashed potatoes, and sometimes you have a baked potato. There's always some sort of french fries or some sort of potato with your steak dinner when you're at the casinos, and you're able to have that, and then you could go play cards more or go gamble however you like. So there had to be a lot of potatoes. You just don't understand the underground potato industry of Las Vegas. However, I was the unfortunate victim of a potato truck, and I lost my left leg.
You lost your left leg, so you were one-legged. What after that?
Well, of course, I tried my best after getting patched up, healed up. I tried to get a prosthetic and learn to walk again. I did okay, but putting a stiletto on a fake leg is tough. They didn't have back when I was going through this. They didn't have that the technology that they do now. Now I could probably have gotten back on my feet and toted my wares again. However, I did try for 2 weeks toting my wares with a wheelchair.
Oh, a little niche action.
Unfortunately, not a lot of people are turned on by a wheelchair. So I gave that up, and I opened up this little studio. And I thought, well, what the fuck? You know, I got they got the marriage places all over the place, wedding chapels, and like you were talking about with your friend getting married, but congratulations to him and his betrothed. However, people are looking to get divorced.
Oh.
So, Alimony Ponies was born. My beautiful divorce studio, I call it.
That's awesome.
You could drive through and get a divorce. So, to this day, I am responsible for ending 6,742 marriages.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's good business. That's a lot of fucking money.
And counting.
So you're like the office manager or like owner, and you hired some attorneys?
Yeah, well, attorney is a loose term, I suppose. They knew how to, like, mold the paperwork, but that's about it. I mean, it's legal. It's legal. You could take these papers to any court in the nation and get your finalization, because there's always, a lot more steps involved.
So it's like getting notarized?
Exactly.
So these are for those quickie divorces where they don't have a lot of money and...
Yeah, I really...
Dang.
Yeah, I really can't. Yeah. I mean, I could get you in the right direction, and marriages are a lot quicker than divorces, so...
Why is that?
If anything, I want to tell your listeners that there's usually a division of assets.
Yeah.
Children, other things.
I don't think children are an asset.
Well, division of assets, comma, children, comma, and other things.
Pets?
Yeah. Yeah, that could be. You may have a nice dog or a cat, and you want to know who that beautiful pet will live with someday. You want to make sure they are cared for.
Yeah.
You want to make sure your children are properly cared for and loved. And the assets need to be fair. So I would have a lot of pre-made documents already ready for you. You just have to, select on the little screen what you have.
You got touch screens down there? Or is it like a menu at like a fucking Chinese restaurant?
You got it. It literally looks like a menu from a restaurant.
Like you go like, I want the number 4 with 50-50 custody weekend flips. That's cool. Are most
exactly what it's like.
Are most of these marriages, do they involve kids?
Actually, yes, a lot of them do. Ironically, a lot of my clientele are couples that have come out to try to save their marriage.
To fucking Vegas?
Yeah, well, they're going to go out and take a vacation together and spend some time together, and they have their children or pets or other things at home with a family member taking care of them. So they're taking a little time for just the two of them, saying, you know what, we're going to work on this. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go gamble. Let's go have some fun, and let's see if it's worth reigniting that spark. Well, I'm there for when your spark has gone out.
All right, you're the spark killer, or you're the person that capitalizes and soothes the process when it's gone. Hey, you're just making some honest money. Marriage is hard. I hear. I'm not married. I have not been married. I will not be married.
By 6,742.
Maybe I'll get married. I should get your business card.
Oh, there we go. Maybe you can get married, or maybe you can get out of a marriage.
Yeah.
2 alimony ponies. So
now, what's the pony part?
Oh, yeah. That's kind of interesting because you can go in the back, and there are races. There's I like to call them groom races, and it's not because you're grooming anything. It's because you can race your groom against other grooms, and sometimes that just takes the edge off of the whole negative connotation of being a divorce. You could do a little gambling on the other grooms, or you could enter your groom, and they could chase a stinky old garter belt around the track.
A groom is a horse, right?
A groom is a person that cares for a racehorse. In this case, the groom and bride are 2 people that have gotten married.
So okay. I mean, yeah, I guess you're a groom forever, you know?
Well, yeah, and we do not discriminate against any kind of couple. Whoever wants to be the groom that day can go back and do the race.
Dang.
And sometimes, you know what? Some marriages have actually been saved after the races, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and I do not discriminate again. If you want to take that service and run your race, and you know what? You say, oh my God, he's my hero. I want to take him home. Take him home. I don't have to divorce you.
You take him home and fuck that groom.
Yeah, well, he's a good behaving groom.
A good behaving groom chasing a dirty garter belt around a divorced fucking shack.
Well,
backyard.
Only in Vegas, baby. And you never have to tell your friends that you've done this. So, by all means, either you do it or you don't.
Well, I think I want to go to Vegas. Pardon me for a moment. I need to do our Patreon, okay? That's that thing, like a Kickstarter type of thing where you beg for money. So I'm going to beg for some money real quick so I can go to Vegas. Yeah, degenerates, please pony up at patreon.com/Degenerate Nation. That's patreon.com/Degenerate Nation. Pledge $1 or more a month, and you'll be on your way to Vegas with me, because we're gonna take the highest Patreon to Vegas eventually. All right.
Wow. Are you and that highest Patreon gonna get married so you can come visit Alimony Ponies and get a divorce?
Fuck yeah. What do you think? Think I should?
After seeing 6,742 divorces, I honestly could say that you probably shouldn't get married just to get a divorce. If you want to go out and play at the touch screen, you can do that without worrying about a divorce.
Well, I mean, they say you get your first one out of the way.
Yeah. Never actually seen a prostitute get a John just to go get married, just so they can get divorced. But I'm sure the fetish exists.
Oh, you know a lot about fetishes, I bet.
There's a lot of fetishes. Oh my God. A lot of people drive through in the weirdest looking outfits I've ever seen.
You seen any furries go through, like divorced furries?
Fuck yeah! God, so many guys think that they're a fucking horse. Oh, God. Just because you wear your furry horse head around the racetrack and chase other grooms around. One horse stopped the race because he was humping another groom. And now I knew that divorce was the best idea on earth.
That got finalized right quick, I bet. Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, when you race around, fuck the other groom, and then the two of you go out and get divorced to your respective spouses, and then the two of you go off to a wedding chapel. Sometimes that makes you feel good.
Get hitched to the other groom.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it. I like it.
They fall in love.
Hey, you been married yourself?
Once. I have been married once.
How was that?
It was okay. It was nothing wrong with it. Yeah. And sadly, he too succumbed to the potato truck.
Well, that's just fucking sad.